Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors unto the elder apostles, the great millstones as well. Shalom to the whole four elect.
Gotta do it now.
Yeah. Flex bicep. Yeah, so right now,
You get me, man?
same regular scheduled programming, right? Prophecy of the end times. We'll see what's going on with the cruel prince, the cruel lord, DJ Trump, alongside the Israelis. They attacked Iran, all right. As far as where and who, that's still heavily debated.
It was like last night. It was like less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it's like it's hot. It's real hot news.
Yeah. But the facts is going to be determined as time goes on. But the main point being is that we're looking at Yahushua's return, basically. All right, we've been in the end times going back 2,000 years, as it tells you in the book of Hebrews, inside the Bible. And guess what? Hey, we got 2,000 years later, or 2 days later, in the eyes of the Heavenly Father. Basically, we're in the last days of the last days. All right, and we can see it's going down to the wire. All right, even from back, we're dealing with the doomsday clock. That got moved a couple of weeks ago, the closest I believe it's seconds away from midnight, basically. So it's the closest it's ever been.
100 seconds or something.
Yeah. So it's the closest it's ever been.
Yeah.
So we understand when we see these things, these are rumors of war and war. These are the things that Yahushua prophesied of in the book of Luke 21, Mark 13, Matthew 24. So we're more than familiar that these are things that, are spoken of. But what we're seeing in the background as well is all the movements being made for the MOTB, all right, that mark to be implemented. So when we see these things, we just know that these are birth pains drawing us ever so closer to the time of the end, all right, and there's no two ways about it.
I read this. 1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. Because guess what, look, we're out here, it's the main road, it's busy enough. You've got tourists and whatnot, different people shopping, going out for a meal, eating and drinking and giving in marriage, as is prophesied of during the time of Noah, that this thing would happen. And guess what? Most of them don't even know the ramifications of Iran being attacked by Israel and the US. Right? They don't know how deep that is.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Most of these people think, because they're so used to the fucking Iraq and Afghanistan and these dragged on news, these wars that are dragged on, they think it's the same concept, same playbook. But it is, but this has got a twist.
That's the thing they fail to realize, because look,
this is the end one.
Hey, even you got people booked, they've locked in trips to Qatar, like they're going Doha, or they're going Dubai. They're heading over to the Middle East to have a good time. Dubs, they're gonna be over there popping champagne, taking them, them shots with their back facing the camera, looking from an apartment building. You can see all the fucking the landscape and Ace of Spades or something.
Constructed buildings, buildings, they sway in the sky.
Yeah. But the reality is, you don't even know if you'll make it. You might go out there and that might be the cemetery.
The thing is, the south, the regions you mentioned, they're not supposed. I was speaking with someone about it. They're supposedly neutral, but it's the central area of war.
Yeah.
They're not really neutral.
Yeah.
Because once it kicks off in that region, they can just shut that all down overnight. You're stuck there.
Yeah.
You're in fucking Doha or fucking Qatar, sitting there in a sand dune.
That's what happened during the pandemic.
Yeah.
There was people that flew overseas and they were stuck overseas. There was no flights.
They're moving anywhere.
There was no flights happening.
Yeah.
And there was, I remember my landlady at the time, she was in Egypt. She was stuck in Egypt for like 6 months, 5-6 months.
No, can't go anywhere.
Couldn't move, couldn't do shit. So it was like cost of expensive, everything. It's like the hotels, them man were like, okay, well, we ain't getting no thingy, so we're making sure to charge you.
Yeah.
The whole time you're there, you can't go and do, like, how are you going to go and do whatever? You can't even do anything. Nothing was running. The whole ground to a halt. And that's the thing is, in the midst of a war, a lot of these things grind to a halt. It's like in Ukraine, bro. Ukraine's not producing any significant what would it be called? Grind in the mill, whatever.
No.
There's no
like a good
GDP, like goods or GDP or whatever coming out of that situation because they got Russia breathing down their neck.
Yep.
So all their men are being put on the front line.
They sunk them, man. The Russians, they sunk Ukraine, but they own them.
Because the thing with them as well is it's like they're basically run out to where it's like the age of conscription keeps going up and up and up. Older and older men had to be grabbed because there's no one left. And then young men are already trying to skedaddle. Because why? It's like, well, just go to the meat grind and just get blown up.
Yeah. What's going on, man?
That's it. So a lot of you people are none the wiser. You don't know how this is gonna. You're just thinking, oh yeah, I can do this, but you're gonna get caught out there. Because, hey, let me tell you something. Basically, it's gonna be beyond the realms of. Look at the Middle East right now. America is gonna be blasted off the face of the earth, man. That's prophesied inside of the Bible. All right. The lake of fire, your pastor, your priest tells you about, that's talking about hell. That ain't hell, or it is hell, but it's hell on earth. All right? It's that nuclear destruction of America, which is known as Babylon the Great. So all these things you see happening, they're gonna pile on. Really, you're gonna get hit to these things when it's too late. Right? When you feel the burn, that's when you're gonna realize, yo, like, what do I do? But it's gonna be too late, right? Like a house on fire. Go ahead.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right, just it's likened unto a woman about to give birth. Right, she knows the baby's coming, but she's still, she's gonna be chilling there. She's gonna have them cravings. Yeah, them cravings. She has. Oh, I wanna have, jam toast with an egg on it. Them crazy fucking
Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, one scoop of Haagen-Dazs
on
top of a cookie. Balanced on top of,
banana split.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit. But then guess what? At any run, the breast milk of a Cambodia.
Yeah.
But at any moment, what could happen is that her water breaks.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, she got to jump. She needs to get transported to the hospital to deliver the baby. And sometimes it might not even be where she's able to get to the hospital. She has to give birth somewhere in a home or whatever it may be.
Yep.
All right? But the point being,
children of men. Children of men.
What's happening?
we're teaching about the Bible.
Can I listen?
Yeah. Where you from?
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about what's going on in the world?
That's a broad question.
Just
What's that, man?
like a general. If you said, "What's the world like?" Your view of the world.
Chaos.
Chaos. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, would you say we're in the end times, or would you say like you don't think so?
And?
Yeah.
Not yet. Close.
I'm sound, I'm in Ireland.
Sorry?
I'm in Ireland. Not to that does.
No.
You don't think so?
You're not safe, darling. If anything, Australia is.
Oh yeah.
It's like bitchy as it is to say.
Where you from?
An island, bro.
Island. I can say yeah, the EU you didn't feel no burn like, but really everyone's gonna feel it
And the
because
EU are a bunch of fucking
yeah. What you lot know
The
about?
UN is a fucking disgrace.
Yeah.
Fuck what America's doing is disgrace.
Well, UN really works for America in reality.
Exactly. It
It's a
does.
step up by them.
Yeah,
Where are you guys from?
we're from here. Yeah,
Like whereabouts?
down the road, over the bridge.
Bro, man,
I'm not gonna say it because we're recording, but we're local.
You're recording?
Yeah,
Hi.
yeah.
Live.
Yeah. No
I'm
one's
not-
watching.
I'm not
well,
saying-
some people.
Howie lads, they talk the truth. Fucking listen to them.
There you go.
Let's
You
go.
guys,
Listen to them.
what is
Let's
that
go.
on?
It's on YouTube. But I was gonna say, you heard about the mark of the beast?
No, what's up?
You never heard of it? Okay. You heard of the microchip? What you heard about the microchip?
Microchip.
Like, okay, like have you heard about they want to microchip people?
Who said that?
Not microchip people though. Have you seen what England are trying to do? Sure, they track everyone's faces.
Okay, yeah. That's part of it.
But that's already been happening though.
That's
Yeah, but-
bullshit.
okay,
They don't
well,
have the right to do that.
Let's read it. Because you said it's already been happening. But we got to read it in the Bible because the mark of the beast basically is like
Holy shit! It's everything
He
says
says
it says in
it.
the Bible. Yeah.
Back of the
Mark
beast.
of the beast. This system that we live in right now is the beast system.
Oh, I can understand that.
Yeah. So this ultimately what they want to do is they want to mark everyone so they have total control.
100%.
So when you see
Have they
stuff
not
like
already done that though?
Nah,
Like
nah,
IDs.
nah.
They are doing their best right
that's
now.
not even
The thing
close.
is, it's like even with like the UK, they've been trying to link your online identity to
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
real life and
They
what.
shouldn't have the right to do that.
And now we got to do fingerprints when we come in and out of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
That's
well,
part of
the digital passport.
Yeah, got to do that
There's no right
now.
to take your fingerprint. That's right.
No,
I think if you
That's-
don't say
I got to do that when they come in.
rich or whoever they're called. Small or great.
free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Mark in your right hand or in your forehead. You heard about Nuruddin?
What's that?
Do you know what I'm doing?
You don't know about
Say
Nuruddin?
if you're paralyzed. Nuruddin is your ring. See,
Wait, is this like real?
Yeah.
They've
Oh,
already
to
done
like
like.
help
I
you.
don't-
Oh, the first guy that got it, he's fucking loving
Well,
it.
they're saying to help you, but
It's like
By the way,
passport
but
before
what if
never
someone hacked
existed.
that?
Right.
well, that's
That's
the
what he
thing,
thought.
it's-
Like,
it's-
that
Wait,
could,
I wanna hear
someone
this.
takes control of him. Like,
Wait for the fucking stupid. No, it's not stupid. We're saving lives. Saving lives.
you thought it was police. It is police. You're not police, mate. You're arrested, please.
to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right, so basically that's the mark of the beast. You heard of, I know you probably heard 666.
Yeah.
That's the mark of the beast. That goes to the barcode.
Yeah.
When you have a barcode, the numeric code for the bar on the outside, both sides and the middle is 666. You can look it up. So they want to have that on a micro. You have that on a microchip, and they want to put that in the people. Get Ezekiel 28 and the traffic through that traffic. So this is all going on right now. You have the Internet of Things, where you have everything being linked through your phone, so you can like through your phone engage with everything.
They play down to making everything handier, right? It's really,
But then it's moving to the Internet of Persons.
yeah.
So now you're going to be online. That's why social media is such a stronghold and like a hold on the people.
Technology is
Yeah,
fun.
because they're trying to integrate you into technology. Go on, read.
Ezekiel 20.
Oh,
read-
I've seen
I've
that.
watched that
I've seen
happen.
that. He went straight for your eye.
Oh,
Ezekiel 28:4 says, "With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures."
through the wisdom. That's why there's a lot of data collection right now. You see, everything's about data. They want to know who knows what
What
they
you're
wanna-
looking at,
what you're looking at.
what you like, so they can advertise
Cookies
towards
was the
you.
original thing. There was the Facebook, the Cambridge Analytica scandal,
Yeah.
where they were selling off people's info.
I'm still doing it.
Yeah, and that's
All the
everything
companies are
everything you like. Google's free, but then like your data, who you're sending
Yeah.
emails to.
So the government want to be able to look at everybody who's saying on Twitter and be able to prosecute them through that.
Because it makes them
Twitter
rich.
won't give up everyone's information. It's a big league case.
Hey, that's the biggest resource.
Well,
That's
well,
where the most money.
let's look. We gotta take it because we don't know if they're actually giving. Because you know, it's the
Yeah.
thing.
Fuck
When-
you know, like that.
There you go. When Twitter shuts down, or when Reddit shuts down, or when Instagram shuts down, you know they'll say, "Oh, there was an attack." Usually these are CIA or Mossad.
You see those people trying to get in America, they look at your fucking
Yeah, you
social
have
media.
to.
If you're saying something bad about Trump, they're not letting you in. Like.
Yeah, even in this country, if you want to get back in the country, if
You have to
don't
have the
yeah.
digital ID. Is it?
Well, if you don't unlock your phone and let them check it, if they want to check it, you can't get back in the
Yeah.
country, and they can throw you in jail
Yeah.
until you unlock your phone.
The fuck do they want to find
Or
them?
it'll go to court, and then you have to basically defend
It happened to
yourself.
my friend the other day when she was going to America.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
What happened?
They asked to check her phone, like at the gates, like border security, and she was just like, "Yeah, roll." Give me
Oh,
your
she
phone.
did it. Okay.
Yeah, But like, how weird is that? It's like, yeah, passport, phone, like what?
No.
What
That
are
would be so weird.
Yeah,
Again,
you have
people-
my
Like,
phone.
you want to
So I
scroll
gotta
and look at
replace
what
it,
I'm
you can bring it.
looking at. Like, that's
Yeah.
so strange to
That's
me.
it. Let's go and read on.
Says, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches.
So like, here you got traffic
Wait,
lights.
what?
We're reading now the Bible, Ezekiel. Yeah. So it's in, a lot of people never read the Bible, so they don't know what it says in the Bible.
I've read the Bible.
Maybe, well, it tells you that you need someone
I've read a
to teach you.
version of the Bible.
Okay, there you go.
Because the Bible has been rewritten
Well, it's been
multiple times.
different transliterated.
That's been rewritten.
You got, okay, if we're gonna go down
different ways.
we have to bring
I'm
up
Catholic
points.
Irish, like. I know.
Okay, you have to bring up the points though, because I can agree in some sense it has, but you need to know there's always
It's always
an original version.
variations.
So that's why if
There's
you read
always
it-
an original to whatever you're speaking in.
Countries release their own Bibles,
Wow.
and we're
Yeah.
able to do it their own way.
I'll tell you something like, oh, bro, let's do this. I'll do you one better. Let's go
I like
to,
this though. This is-
Yeah, I like it.
I'll do you one better. Let's go to.
No, wait, no. Can you finish reading what you were saying?
But I've got to show a point though because
Spit facts.
cover scripture. Oh, Numbers 12. Numbers 12 and 10.
Yeah, that's what but they're really hard to find.
Moses. What do you think Moses was like?
What, you look like?
Yeah.
Oh my dear.
Jewish, would you say?
Probably look Muslim.
Probably look Muslim. Like, okay, kind of like Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were out there, weren't they?
Let's go.
So Numbers 12 and 10, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
Now this is dealing with basically what happened with Moses, time of Exodus, after they came out of the land of Egypt, and they were going into the promised land. Now, Miriam and Moses' brother Aaron, basically, they wanted to.
This when they all left Egypt.
Yeah.
All the states.
All the Hebrews, the Israelites were leaving, and then what happened is they basically they wanted to lead over it because he's their younger brother, so they're basically saying like we want to deal with the people basically, have seniority. But what happened is God basically came down and so happened, and this even shows you the characteristics of God as well. Aaron and Miriam were talking bad, but he only disciplined the woman Mary
Why?
because she was a woman. So that shows you the characteristics of the God of the Bible.
There's an order put in
Can I
Corinthians.
hear, can I hear it?
Go on, read it again.
And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
So the point is leprous, white as
What did
snow.
she do?
She basically spoke out against Moses because when you read before, it basically says
Like
all my
snaps for
prophets.
her, no?
See? Whoa, see,
More
it don't look
likely
like
than
it,
not.
you know, the way God basically judged her. But basically, the point is that I want to more get to is that leprosy. People believe leprosy is basically like whales and stuff like that.
That's it.
That's but actually, what it was, read again.
Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
It said Miriam she lost her color.
All together.
So this is the Bible, right? So these are things that, because if I go to,
Bible.
well, King James
We do
version,
the King James.
and then this is what I'll show you, I'll do you one better. What language is the Bible originally written? Hebrew. Yeah. So basically, when you press on these scriptures, there's certain versions like the translations.
What do you mean? Like, what is
Yeah, what are you reading up? How do you have it like so quick? You maybe just put in some
Bible.
ChatGPT?
Yeah, I have the book.
So the point being is that that's something.
The phone
The
would
reason
be
why I
about
read that
100
is
miles
because
over.
if you see images of Miriam,
we have,
if you see images of Miriam and Moses after the time of Renaissance period,
Yeah.
they all show them with white people.
Yeah.
But when you read the Bible, it says that it was a curse to look like a white person.
A curse.
Yeah.
Why? Why the curse?
because
Lack of pigmentation. It's basically you lose your
Curse
melanin, the ability
to
to
bring
turn sunlight into.
It is funny how racists adapt to
Who
their own
cares?
melanin.
but this is why I said about the translations, because now
Is it who cares?
this is something.
I can get what you mean, so yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you know, like if you want to change something,
I didn't think about
you gotta
that,
change it. You know what I mean? Like,
You're dead right, you're right, you're dead right.
you don't have to read it. You just have to change the image, the ideology attached to it.
It's mad.
So that's why I'm saying no one reads it. Like if you really read the Bible,
Yeah.
there's some shocking things in there.
100%. I agree. Who cursed?
It's a mark.
Go on, read it.
You didn't curse.
That's cursed. Go on, read it.
I'll read it again. So-
God was just punishing her.
I'll read them. So it says, so Numbers 12 and 10 says, and Miriam became leprous, white as snow, and Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord,
What are you on? TikTok?
I beseech thee, YouTube, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out of his mother's womb.
There's some heavy, and that's what I'm saying about there's some
What's
heavy
your YouTube?
rhetoric in the Bible.
Yeah.
What's your YouTube?
He'll give it to you.
GMS Quicken, GMS Quickening, all one word.
What do you guys talk about on YouTube?
Basically, the end times. What we're telling you about in terms, we go back to Ezekiel, is a main thing because we're looking for these people on the sign. All right, and this is the interesting thing now, because even though it says, it says basically to look like a white person is a cut. That's what it
I
says.
don't know what any of this is.
So basically, these are the sons of the children of Israel. So when you deal with Noah, you had Ham, Shem. After the flood, he had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And then the chosen line basically went through Shem
Yeah.
down to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob got his name changed to Israel. Right, and then he had 12 sons. Judah,
It's not.
and
I was checking how
Levi.
live it was.
So these are God's
Oh, there,
chosen
yeah.
people. And today they'll be known as so-called Negroes, like Black Americans, West Indians, Haitians, and the Latin tribes, the native Indians of the Americas. That's the tricky part.
The children will be known as.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then this is the thing now. What's happened is the Heavenly Father scattered all these people all over the earth. And now we've been scattered every which way, and we look like everyone and anyone. So now, good point. I'm glad you're here, because the Irish, basically, do you know what was the name of
We were Celtic first.
And it was known as what? Hibernia, right?
I barely, yeah.
The word Hibernia goes back to the word Iber, Eber in the Hebrew, which means from the past. It actually was means evil. The Iberian Peninsula, same name as Spain, is Iberia. So if you read the book of Jonah, when Jonah was meant to prophesy, he ran away and went to where? He went to Spain, Tarshish, and that's Hibernia because there's a lot of people of the Bible over there. So they sign you ain't known. But that's why when you deal with over the Americas, the Irish wasn't seen as black. Same with the Italians.
Ah, we were
Because they
Oh,
shared,
we were dirt. No blacks, no dogs, no Irish.
and
Like
they
those
share lineage
scandalous, like, yeah.
with these people. So even though you could pass a white, you actually your lineage goes back to them.
You know the history of Cromwell, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Cromwell took a lot of Irish to the Caribbean.
Oh, relax.
Yeah.
So that's
Don't
what
get
it
me
is.
started on English.
Yeah, no, that's
But the
Oh,
point is-
okay.
the point is-
Permanent enough for this.
So this is why it's like, obviously the start, like we mentioned colour, but it goes beyond colour.
Beyond just, yeah.
It's not skin deep, it's more spiritual.
Yeah.
So this is why we're saying these things.
For truth's sake.
For truth's sake. Like you can, and that's why America being a good point, the concept of race is a big thing over in America compared to the rest of I mean, it's a thing the world over, but over there, it's
And
very
it's
greater.
proper, yeah. You see what's going on now, like?
Yeah. But that's by design.
Literally,
Because,
if you don't look proper white, they just stop you
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
street.
It's, like you said, it's by design.
yeah.
You know, because there's no one walking around the earth that's white as a sheet of A4 paper, or black as a
Ace of spades.
black as an ace of spades. We're different shades of brown.
Everyone, yeah.
You know,
And then you have some white people that tan in the summertime.
Even in Ireland, you got a sect of people that they know they're Black Irish. You heard of that?
Yeah.
You know Piers Brosnan.
Yeah.
He's Black Irish.
Yeah.
He said he knows that. So why are they called Black Irish? Because they got history that goes back. It's the same.
Yeah, you're
It's the same
talk
thing.
to that.
It's the same thing with.
Same.
Yeah, because you got the Black Irish.
Yeah.
Black Irish,
Yeah.
they know that they tan as well. A lot of the Black Irish.
Yeah.
Why? Because they've got lineage amongst our people. So
And
it's
even
not,
if
it's
they
not
tan as well.
Yeah,
If
it's
they
not just
went
about
red as a
tanning.
philosopher in
It's
the
deeper
sun,
than that. It's deeper than
still-
that. It's deeper than that. It's your
So,
soul.
yeah. But that's the thing. Now going to the elite for this world, the 13 elite banking families, they know this. Like the Rothschilds at the top of the totem pole.
Who's that?
The Rothschilds. Wow. Have you heard of the Rothschilds?
Fucking hell.
Have you been surfing in Australia and just like living it
Yeah,
up?
she probably has.
Top of the world is number one.
Punching kangaroos.
This is why I moved here.
Well,
Led.
this is
Tell
it
me.
for culture.
Tell me.
Yeah. So
It is
the
a very
Rothschilds,
difficult
the elite banking family, they made their bones in Germany, and then their motive, my Amshabau, that sent out his
Yeah,
five
after
sons
World War II, they were
all
German.
over the earth. And then Nathan was in the UK.
They were
in
fully the
London, and he
Rothschilds.
killed
It was
it
something else, weren't they?
due to
When they
Napoleon.
were German.
Napoleon losing at Waterloo, he had a great network and he basically beat everyone out, sold his stock. Everyone followed him because they knew that this is the guy.
He's the man.
And then
We do
basically,
though, just no money.
yeah, but power. Like,
Power.
we're talking like
Napoleon
powerful,
he could
but
inspire
big-
people to fight for him.
Yeah, basically, it's like people followed whatever he did. People followed it. So he sold all his stock. Everyone sold their stock, and then he brought it back secretly and
They don't teach you
took
this
all the
way.
power. Yeah, this is like self. You gotta learn this.
I'm saying that.
They don't teach you because they don't want you to know it.
They don't
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
want
What's the
you.
point of why are they
Yeah,
going
they
to tell
don't,
you
they don't
that?
want you to know the
What they
rock
tell you
history,
is,
like,
what they tell you is,
Be a good
go to
slave.
school,
Yeah.
go to school,
Yeah.
get there for 8 a.m., wake up, put your uniform
Yeah.
on.
Don't even get me started on my own
prison system.
Right.
Well,
But you guys are you guys together? Are you a couple? Are you
Yeah,
building a
yeah,
bond?
yeah.
It's a great thing because you both don't like the crown over here, innit? Australia and Ireland. So there's a connection you have.
Exactly.
You can do that over. You can talk about that over your steak, man.
She's sick of hearing me.
That's it.
I
But
was
now
telling
we're-
you about
now-
a story about my friend arguing British man in the pub about the stolen generation. He's coming over here, I was like,
Well, a lot of Australians have Irish
went through a lot of
heritage
hardship
and
themselves,
stuff
like
like
that.
that. So
even though there's a lot of bad things that happen over there, it's really, it could go on and on about that.
I think the thing is that there's still things happening in Australia, but Australia is just such a suppressed country. Like no one knows, no one talks, and we're so far away. So it's
Look, you-
like on
Yeah.
Christmas Island.
look, do you know what was going on during the COVID? They were shutting Australia down. Remember that? And it was worse than most places.
Yeah.
But do you know that in the city of London, they decreed that in the city of London, those Masons in the city of London, they used Australia as a testing ground for a lot of that.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know that. A lot of people
And that
wouldn't know
goes
that.
Before they did the lockdown here.
Yeah,
Bastards.
when the lockdown was starting, when it was going worldwide,
So they
Australia
put it
was
out in
kind of
Australia
getting it
first.
worse than everywhere else. They were decreeing, I forgot his name. One
I
of
know
the,
you're talking
one of the
about,
top
I remember that. I forgot.
lords
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the city of London.
Yeah.
The city of London's another country within itself.
yeah,
I know.
And they
yeah,
decree
yeah.
things that goes on in the world, right? So they were using Australia as a testing ground for a lot of that.
Testing ground for what?
Testing ground for the police
How
lockdown.
That lockdown, that wasn't it,
Because
Iris.
the police in Australia, they
All of
were
us took
doing
time off
hands-on.
work. All of us
Yeah.
drank together.
Why? Because they were giving those orders, man.
We were allowed going
Because
to the
Australia's
pubs and
technically
everything.
still controlled by the crown over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Canada. Same thing with America. America's still owned by the crown.
Ah,
Yeah?
So this goes back to the 13 banking families.
That's it.
Because what they want to do, this is bringing it back in a nutshell, they make money off everyone.
Yeah.
So what they want to do is they want to make everyone small and great, rich and poor.
Yeah.
Like even these celebrities, they're lesser illuminaries. Their whole setup is, we got to tell these people, I want you to market our intentions. So we want people to buy stuff. Let's get Brad Pitt in a movie to drink a can of Pepsi. We want,
works.
people to listen to the music. That's why now even it's been micromanaged to the point of influencers. So there's someone at the top of the, top of the chain, and just it's being filtered down to everyone, and they're all following this because the elites want everyone to buy into this
Everyone wants
agenda.
it.
So this is going into the Internet of Things, and that's the mark of the beast. So the main point you could probably take away from this is don't take that shit. But they're not. It's not going to be as simple as. It's just,
When do you think that's going to happen? Yeah.
It's happening right now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Where?
You follow football,
If you pay attention.
You follow football?
No,
But we can't, I don't want to talk
does.
about it right now, though. Man. We do.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You see where it's a game going on.
The game is probably on it.
But
When do you think
Oh. There's a lot of goals today.
Like, they tried to make the digital ID mandatory in this country. That's
yeah,
basically
when you see
one of
things
them.
like that.
It
And
is mandatory now, it's on.
No, they
They-
said
they-
they wanted to, but they backtracked on it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean they're not stopping.
They might
it's a thing
still-
where
Yeah,
it's
My, well, I mean, my visa for me to live here is
there you go.
Yeah.
All of that's by that
Yeah.
design. So everything they're doing, they work with gradualism. They don't just say, bang, today you're gonna do this. That it don't go like they could do that, but if they did
tried
that,
to do that
it'd
first.
be like
There'll be a big
9/11, a
They
big
tried to
event.
do that first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd have to be like
Well,
a
even look
COVID
at
or something.
cash. Most people now don't even use cash
And that was
anymore.
because of COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no one thinks about it.
Yeah.
Saying like you said, gradualism.
I just
slowly
don't
it
wanna-
comes
Yeah,
in.
because it was
No
like,
one
I
uses
never
cash
used
anymore.
that. Like I contactless. I remember they
Have you
said
did, yeah.
my,
Yeah,
my
you
debit
did
card. I was
have-
like,
you did
don't
have
give
to
it to
get
me.
contactless,
I don't
yeah.
want it.
off grid.
And then they gave it to me. I was like, fuck it. Sorry.
What?
And then they
Even
got
up-
me.
It's too handy.
You know,
Even-
that's it.
Even on TFL, it was like Oyster cards was where it started before
Yeah.
really contactless, and that was the way they pushed that as well. Was like school age, college
Yeah.
age, you get free travel, so you could basically get that, and then they get you used to using it, and then because it's free travel, who's not taking it?
Yeah.
But then afterwards, you're then like, oh, it switches to you can do contactless, then your phone, then it will be like, oh, you can.
So it won't even be a phone anymore. It'll be in your wrist.
Yeah, be in your hand. Then you can just be like, oh wow, I can just.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
You guys need to like.
I wouldn't mind that.
put your
I'd never lose it then.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I'd be tracked.
No, but the thing is, you see, you said
Well,
something.
they've-
You said you wouldn't mind it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Most people think like what you said.
Yeah.
But guess what? If you do it,
Yeah.
according to the Bible, there's a judgment
Let's
from on
get
high.
it. Let's get it.
You get it?
Revelation.
Revelation 14.
I suppose you're
Because
you're
see, the thing is, everything we say,
Yeah.
we believe the man
I
upstairs.
have
Just
it.
teach the Bible.
I have to reach it. But I suppose you're artificialized then. You know, you're mechanical.
What you're
like that.
saying is,
Yeah.
what you just said is, what you just said. You just said you don't mind.
Yeah.
But the thing is, what you just said is,
Because I don't want to.
because you said you don't mind, but what you just now said is basically you said I'm willing to be a slave to the Rothschilds. Where's
That's
your
all
where's
what
your
it is,
where's your
yeah.
Northern Irish rebellion,
I
man?
can get that for you.
Huh? You're saying I'm
I
willing.
don't
I'm
tackle my
bowing to the
rebellion, lads.
Wait, you get me? You're supposed to have that blood boiling, mate.
What?
Fighting Irish.
Stop saying that.
What was your question?
Fighting Irish question.
Yeah, but I don't understand. Like, 'cause
Yeah, you've
I
opened my mind to a lot,
I
lads.
think-
I'll tell you that.
I've read
It's nice to have an
songs,
actual conversation.
but I
Like,
think
some people are just think about it. Like.
So I think.
When we went to, can I say something as well, bro? When I went to Ireland, I went to
Yeah.
Dublin
Yeah.
years back, a few years back, and I was speaking to someone there. He was telling me about, he was talking about Northern Ireland and how,
One person.
Up-
and
up
it's
in-
like not necessarily.
My dad's all Northern Ireland.
yeah. Like,
Well, you know what?
Comes down to
Like,
money.
how can you believe in that?
it's all controlled, bro.
Let's
Yeah?
read,
Full
get
control, man.
Hebrews
Because the
4
Catholics,
and,
the
2.
Catholics, they even won a lot of votes up there. And guess who's still got the power over it?
Like
The
when you're,
Protestants.
when
There you
you're
go.
reading something and you
Why?
guys are-
Even I agree, that, but I think that
anything
even the Catholic Church is
How do you know
Yeah, it's all a
it's,
jo- it's
it's
all-
a glorified cult.
It-
Is
it-
what I
it
think
all
in
is,
my eyes. Like,
but the reason why the Protestants are still in rulership is because of who's in power here. The top bankers, man.
Hebrews 4 and 2 says,
Yeah.
"For unto us the gospel was preached, as well as unto them. But the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith in them that heard it."
It's down to faith.
I just got a
Let's get,
refund.
What does
Hebrews
that mean?
11. Basically, it's people hear the Bible, but it's down to what you can hear the same thing I'm hearing, but it's down to do you have faith in it?
Faith needs to be the component. Well, I'll read it.
Let's read it.
Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. For by it the elders obtained a good report. Through faith we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of the Most High, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear.
So we basically believe through faith that this visible world we live in was made by something invisible. How are you going to explain, even if you do go by the Big Bang, how would you explain the things that were here
Did you ever hear the quote?
before they...
Did you ever hear the quote from Young Sheldon?
Sorry?
Did you ever hear the quote from Young Sheldon, the TV show?
That's that fucking Big Bang Theory.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever hear the
It's a
quote?
young kid.
Did you ever hear the quote from that?
What would he say?
It's like, if the density of the world was 1% more, we couldn't live here. You know, things like that. You know, just literally precise calculations made right for us to live here. Only us. No one else. So how is that made right just for us?
Do you think it's engineered or it just happened?
You guys are really tough.
It'd have to be like a body. How complex
Something
our bodies
engineered,
are.
like, yeah.
You know, someone has to sit down and design it.
Something did it, like.
You can't. There's no
You can't, yeah. We don't know what, but faith does bring you to that.
No,
Of course.
You got
Yeah.
crystals in your air that give you balance.
Yes.
Your equilibrium. That like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah.
crystals.
Yeah.
Your body converts, like you can just pick something
Crazy
out
how
of
even our
eat
brains
it,
are
and
bigger,
it converts your
and
body
better than any
into being able to
supercomputer. Like.
move and blood.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
Nah,
Like.
it's,
If,
When
if,
you
if
have
a
your
man and a
on,
woman
or you
copulate,
It's crazy the
say
certain
again?
small standards that make up humans.
no,
Like.
no. We're basically saying like
No, like,
These things, if there
I'm
wasn't,
sorry, I'm
Yeah, if they
agreeing
weren't
with
there,
you,
then
but
how
now
would
you're
they?
speaking my language. That's what you're just taking the piss out of.
No. I'm just saying it's the things that if you think about it, it's like a man and a woman copulating,
Yes.
producing a child. If you really fit like that, if that was pure chance, like if you were to set like a bunch of AI running and have them just try and work out and make a system, even with like supreme amount of
How do you get that
processing,
quote?
it's not going to be easy. Let you leave it to luck.
Yeah.
Where it's like with the Big Bang, it's meant to just be billions of years where luck upon luck upon luck happen, and then it just
Big
happens
Bang's
to
not
bring it
luck.
down.
Yeah, but you know who taught? Do you know why they
This
taught?
is the
Do
quote,
you know why they?
this is the quote.
Yeah, but you say the Big Bang, but you know Darwin. Do you know that Darwin on his deathbed? What did he say?
He refuted
He
it.
denounced the Big Bang.
You probably can.
He denounced it, meaning
denounced it.
no, he denounced it, meaning he basically
he
said
went
there's a
back to-
God.
Yeah.
You understand?
No.
So that's
do you
a
mean?
fact. He basically
No,
said that
on
the
his
Lord.
deathbed, he basically reverted to being a Catholic again.
Because what you don't understand is that whole the theory of there's no God and the Big Bang, blah 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 blah. That's from the think tanks or the wicked elites. Because they do believe in the higher power. But
That's
they
the thing is even with like the Epstein files coming out.
Wait,
when-
wait.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't- Can you say it again?
I'm saying to you, the way you think and what you've been taught is
In school.
is in schools, in the
No,
school
no, no,
systems, is due to what? Is due to the wicked elite that controls society. You've been brainwashed to believe the things that they push. Part of what they push in society is.
So
9 and 24.
But what we believe is what we learn
It's good, like,
ourselves.
And guess what? Another thing as well. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Another thing as well is that not everyone can even believe in the higher power.
Yeah.
Only
I
the true people that believe in the power are the Israelites. That's inside their spirit.
Is that what here? Is that
That's why a lot of the Irish, they have an affinity with a higher power. They believe in a God. Even if they don't know the full truth, they
that's
do.
not.
Go on, bro.
No, like,
No, but do you know what it
that's
is?
not.
You know what
That's
it
not us.
Do you know when you talk to people?
She keeps calling me a
already know.
gypsy.
It's
You
true.
already know you're
You
not
know
even
when
allowed
you
to say
talk
that.
to some
In the
people
city,
and
you're
they
so
like
Irish.
can't connect with you on the wavelength and you're like,
Let's go. Let's read
I'll
this.
read this. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right. It says right now the
That's
earth
a fact.
is in the hand of the wicked. Go and read on.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
And this is part of our faith as well. So the judges is basically the Israelites. That's another name for the God's chosen people. So it says covers the faces. That goes into iconoclasm, Renaissance, when you had Michelangelo and
Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Donatello.
And all that.
But that they are the right guys, like, yeah.
They basically drew all the pictures of the original images of the Bible as white images.
In the 16th chapel.
There you
basically.
go.
So they changed it all. But that's part of
Yeah, they
what
changed
you-
them all.
what you
They're all
don't know
white.
is the devil.
Every one of them,
If,
like.
if you think of the devil,
Jesus
what would you
wasn't
think
white,
of the
like.
devil?
There you go. You said it.
I know that,
There
like,
is
yeah.
devil.
Okay, but let's go by the classical ideology of the devil. He'd be like a guy with a pitchfork,
Yeah.
and he wants to kill people and murder
To the
them.
horns.
Yeah.
But a devil really is a deceiver.
Yeah.
It's someone that can make you think.
But see, I think a
A
devil
different
is
way.
like a shadow self.
How shadow self
Well, even that's
Well, I think a
that's just
devil-
Freudian.
The idea of a devil is like the reincarnation
What?
of Jesus.
Let's go.
That's
That's
My
what,
belief.
but that's like Freudian psychology. And the thing is like a lot of these different psychological schools of thought were brought in and after that period of time.
Exactly.
Because it's the devil.
Yeah, because it's like with
deception.
like one of the big things the Enlightenment thinking was a return to Greek and Roman
Ideology.
ideology and thought was an extension of like Socrates, Plato, etc. So that's basically like bringing back like that's what was being brought back in. They're like, oh, let's go over their writings and bring that in. Whereas prior you had everything was built off the Bible.
That's it. Schools of thought was off the Bible. Universities, all of that.
So you
Came
guys
off of-
saying everything comes back.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they
it's-
wouldn't tell you that.
Yeah, the thing is,
you wouldn't know
yeah,
because a lot of like even Cambridge. The reason why Cambridge, the university was built, was basically to read the Bible. Like they wouldn't tell, like university.
Really?
College, yeah, it goes back to religious
The
studies.
Bibles are printed out of Cambridge
Because
University.
a lot of people don't realize when like there's wisdom in this book. You read the Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiastes,
There's
Proverbs.
so much in the Bible though that's
It's
like
mad.
You need to
Even
find
if they
someone
come-
that knows how to break down the Bible. Though. That's the thing.
exactly like read it properly and understand
Exactly.
and like
Read
it, like,
get understanding.
even
How
with
many
what
times
you
you
were
read?
just reading a verse, people can
find
like
it count.
interpret it different ways as well.
But that's why there's
That's
a
why
strict
you-
way you
yeah.
have to learn it, and you have to because
But why
basically
does it need to be strict?
Oh,
because it's like
Because the truth is
two
the
viewers.
truth. Yeah.
For time.
Yeah, the truth is the truth. As far as the thing is it's like in, for example,
Truth is
Matt-
the truth, but through different people.
This is what the
Matt-
Can I read this?
Sorry.
This is Theodore. You've ever heard of Theodore Roosevelt?
Yeah.
The American
Yeah,
president.
president,
This is what he said. He said a thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. That's what he said. And that's
And
an
he said
American.
that how
That's an
how-
American president.
How many years ago was that? Well, like
Yeah.
1800s or 1900s.
That's it. So he said a Harvard graduate. He emphasized that studying the Bible provides supreme wisdom. That's what he said. And life character. He added that no educated or uneducated person can afford to be ignorant of it. So he's telling you that the Bible is above even the so-called college education. And that's an American president.
Yeah, it does.
So actually the Prophet was saying the Bible is the supreme wisdom of the earth. This was see? But what you're taught in society is do what you want. You're a god. Believe in yourself.
that doesn't end good.
Yeah. And that's
It's just something for someone to believe in.
But the
Like
thing
a
with
direction
the thing,
and someone.
yeah, the thing with like what you need is like, for example, Christmas. Christmas is most people think it's just a celebration of a Christian celebration at the end of the year, where everyone family comes together, they have a meal, whatever. But then the origins
got
of
pagan
Christmas
roots.
Exactly.
it began as a pagan festival done in ancient Babylon.
You actually
It was
worship
about
Satan.
referencing, like Nimrod, and then even the virgin birth pieces, these aspects of it go back to pagan forms of worship. Where Samaritans had was Charles was like from
Do you
basically
guys
spirit.
speak in like a church or anything?
This is a church. Word church goes back to
Do you do this often?
Greek ecclesia,
Every week?
which means to fall out.
On the weekend?
Like,
Fair play to you, like. Fair play to you.
Yeah,
It takes a lot to do this stuff.
in person as
Yeah,
well.
like if someone comes up and asks us a question, we look at this as the spirit of the Heavenly Father
Yeah.
that brought you up there. So we're gonna
Yeah.
if you come up
No,
nice,
I wasn't. I read.
yeah, I know.
I read Israel.
You know what's wild?
If you come up,
Of this, but I love this.
that's the spirit just jumped on
Yeah.
you just to.
It is.
But that's
But
how we
even
just.
that's a blessing on you, because for you to hear this,
Yeah.
who even know the thing with
Well,
this
it
is,
could be a blessing or a curse.
yeah, it could be a bit.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
That's
yeah,
all.
that's-
That's
You
how
told
we
me a few
want
things
God.
I didn't know.
You know what I mean?
So even hearing it is a blessing.
Yeah. No,
But it's
but
like what you can do with it, because this thing is
It's up to
it's
you.
like down the line,
Yeah.
things can happen. Because as far as it's like back in like 2011 and 12, like we were teaching about World War III happening. Now we've just had everyone talking about World War III with like last night Trump having a missile strikes.
Yeah.
You know about
One of my best friends in Abu Dhabi told me.
Boom.
Yeah,
There you go.
what
Yeah,
did you
that's
say
what I'm
that?
talking about.
Watch
earlier.
this out.
Talk about
Anyway,
that
say
earlier.
it.
Okay.
There you go, man.
So
We
you
tried
have-
to
He's not-
call him,
yeah,
he's
he
not
wouldn't answer.
answering.
He-
That's the thing. It's
So
Let him
he's
say,
okay.
let him say.
Oh, he's okay.
He was in the basement of the hotel. They all had to evacuate.
So they were
Yeah.
terrified.
He's not
I
far.
imagine.
He's
That's
not far
Abu
from.
Dhabi.
He's not far from the
Why?
US airbase.
Wow.
So
Wild.
yeah.
So So, but that's the point. Like this thing is, it's like it's on the doorstep. It's actually there. It's going
Everywhere,
on.
yeah.
But people don't know. So it's even like somewhere like the UK, New York, different. These things are gonna come to your doorstep.
Coming here, when I went to, we were traveling to Cyprus, me and my friends, and my mum got a Australian like text warning, like don't travel to like these certain countries.
Hey,
Obviously,
miss, can I say something? Mel Gibson, you know Mel Gibson,
Yeah.
the good old Aussie.
Yeah.
Listen, he tells you secretly who's doing all this. Who does he hate?
Instagram, yeah, on his
Wait,
Instagram.
what?
Why is he hitting Instagram?
Who does Mel Gibson dislike?
I don't know.
He dislikes the so-called Jews, isn't it?
Does
tells
he?
you- Yeah, he does.
Ah.
He's
That's
telling
what
you, Mel,
it's
Mel
Don't
Gibson.
get
Mel
me
Gibson's originally from
started.
Australia.
Don't get me started on that.
How you don't know?
She doesn't want that smoke.
Yeah, if
There's
there's anyone.
a
out
great
there.
Palestine
Mel Gibson
restaurant
tells you
down
every
here
day who's
somewhere.
doing it.
But it's like as far as like with these things happening now, like I was saying like we've been speaking like from then. Now we're in a time where it's like back in like Neuralink, a lot of these like companies where they're implanting chips in people's brains. It was like late 2010s, 2018, 2019. Yeah,
Black,
okay.
this is the thing.
Black
Black
Mirror
Mirror
is
is based
reflecting
on.
real life,
based-
like.
yeah,
That's
basically,
it. Yeah, there you go.
Based on what?
It's
Based
reflecting
on
real
real-
life.
Oh yeah.
Black Mirror is it's all
Predictive programming. It's making you feel like even movies. It's marketing.
Have you guys done mushrooms?
No.
No,
I don't think these guys are
Have you
into
not?
I'm pretty sure these guys
Okay.
are.
I'm not even gonna say the most I've done, but I ain't lying like that. You know what I mean? But go on, what's your point? You know?
She wanted
I know you got-
I used to microdose them,
Yeah.
and they tap into a different part of our brain that we can't.
Yes,
And
it's basically
Definitely, yeah, they do. They're
Yeah.
Psychedelics. Yeah, sure. They were back in ancient times as well, like.
They're the most, I genuinely think, I would love to be smart enough to study it because they, like the way that our brain works and the experiences that I've had on them and trying to like debunk things and what my brain has told me and what I've written down.
Do you know where it is though? You're opening. I hate this. Well, I don't hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it like it is. You're going into like demonic realms.
A world you don't understand.
A world you don't. And I won't say demonic. I'll say spiritual realm.
Yeah.
I can get
But
where you
you're
come
more
from.
susceptible
Yeah,
I can
to
get where you come
demons
from.
because you're not going through a certain
There's
pathway.
certain
But I don't
channels
look at it
and
as,
things, innit?
You
as
wouldn't.
like
You wouldn't. I know you
demons,
wouldn't.
right?
But that's the
It's,
thing.
you
it's
look at it
deceptive.
as like wisdom or
It is
understanding
deceptive,
or
yeah.
something.
It's
But
not
then
reality.
it's as far
Yeah.
as it's like there's a certain order to things. Because that's even what I was saying with Christmas. It's like you have high holy days on the left hand side, which is the side of wickedness, where you'll have particular. They'll be like when Donald Trump did his the Venezuela.
Yeah.
Well, the inauguration, even the Venezuela attack.
With
he
the
said it was like
Venezuela's
the
a good
first-
one.
He said it was the first blood moon of 2026.
That's when he attacked.
When they went over and did their operation,
Fuck.
and it was a legendary operation. They went in, swooped the guy by the evening.
And they had fucking
They were doing
technology that
pictures of him.
And
they
even
don't got, like, you know.
remember they had there was a woman. I forgot the name of the woman, but she's big in the entertainment industry.
Helena Blavatsky.
Blavatsky. Yeah,
Blavatsky,
Blavatsky.
yeah.
She's a creative. But she spoke about Donald Trump and they said they do seances, like witchcraft, and it's like individuals that go in, they went into a room and they're gonna sleep together, not have sex. They sleep in the same room until we all have the same dream. And they all had the same dream and it was about Donald Trump becoming president. And at first they were like stumped, like why would that be a good thing?
How is he
But
gonna
then
be
they
president?
realized that
Imagine
him
having
being
that
in
dream,
power
like.
is gonna initiate, is gonna create the change that they need. So these are the things that they do on LSD, different drugs,
Yeah.
because you're engaging with things that you don't know.
Yeah. When you
That's
got,
why like you see it's
yeah.
deep, it's
The-
deep.
the
But you'd
problem-
have to look into it properly
Yeah,
to really
and,
understand.
like a lot of these things, it's like if you watch TV shows like set in Victorian times, they'll have all
Yeah,
kinds
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
different themes of seances,
Yeah.
and Egyptology,
Yeah.
and all these things.
It's
At
an
that
age-
period of time, that was
age-old
like Aleister Crowley. They were
Yeah.
very much getting into doing seances, doing Ouija boards, doing these things, and it's basically ancient witchcraft. It's that.
Proverbs 6.
I just think it's such a different part that, like, the way that you guys are speaking, if you could tap into the other part of your brain, how much more knowledge you could
Yeah, but that's
But we're showing you
Yeah,
this on the
but
right
it's-
hand side.
yeah,
This is
yeah,
us on the
it's-
right
yeah,
hand
because
side.
it's-
amazing would that
They're
be,
not-
though?
Yeah, we've done that.
We're already.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Right.
When you see people that talk to themselves, or they
Me.
incite people, Yeah, we all do. I'm saying, you know, I'm talking the general consensus of people in
Crazy.
psych wards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they like that? Because they're talking to things
Demons.
that you can't see.
See, yeah.
No, so my
You understand?
my
They're
my
gone.
auntie,
Their brain's gone. They don't function like how you
Yeah.
function or we
Yeah.
function.
Yeah.
My
Why?
auntie
Because they're
can
thinking.
speak to dead people, and I'm not shitting you. The way that she looks at you and has a regular conversation, and
She's having it with them.
then the way that she
Yeah.
can talk to the dead and speaking out loud in
Yeah.
her body. It's the most weirdest experience
That's real.
ever.
That's
but it's
I
real,
think,
like.
Yeah, but that's like-
but the thing is,
Yeah.
it's
But
like what you
in
need.
a human body,
Yeah,
but like
but-
something's going, it's wild.
Yeah, you're talking about like, you know, those getting into those deepness and short.
Yeah.
It's like what you need to understand is like, you know, who the world calls Jesus Christ. You know, Jehovah, he has power over those things.
Controls them.
Isaiah
Yeah,
he
47.
controls
Isaiah
that.
47. Let's Isaiah 47. Yeah, let's read that.
Yeah.
I know you guys cold. We read this. We'll leave you this one
because this just
Yeah.
so you
just
can
so you can get signed. Guys.
So
I
it
love
says
you guys.
I like you.
You gotta go come out your black and tans, and that's how you got
Isaiah 47.
I sent her a video and
It
everyone
says,
says,
stand now with thine
she was watching the England rugby match,
enchantments."
so I sent her a
Hey,
video of it.
Let's
Yeah.
get it. So
Yeah. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
it's talking about the elites, the banking elites. They got even
That's
what's
what the Bible even like.
That's it's prophecy. So with Bohemian Grove, you heard of
I know
Bohemian Grove?
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, where they sacrifice to Molech. Even with the Epstein files.
That's fucked. They actually do that.
They
was
sacrifice
the-
babies.
Yeah,
emails about that came out.
That's fucked.
Wait, why?
Well,
why
look,
are
the
you reading
Epstein
this?
files. What's
Hey,
the,
Joe.
that big stuff in the
Yeah,
Epstein files?
nearly every country is
Yeah, but,
connected.
but also what they're showing you is
The
what
head
they're
of-
showing you. They show you a lot of the child sacrifice.
Yeah.
Why do they do that?
Yeah.
Madeleine
Because
McCann,
it goes
all
in,
these
it's
different.
all into it's all in the
Ah.
sexual.
That's the thing, it's like a lot of
I would not be surprised.
Wait, why were you reading this stuff?
No,
Okay,
it's,
for
it's
Yeah.
basically unraveling another layer of what you're kind of getting into. Because
The people use what you're talking about, psychedelics. They use that to tap into this energy. Let's read it again. Read it.
So it says, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Even I'll say as well, you mentioned your aunt like speaking to the
Yeah.
dead. There's the witch of Endor, which in the time of Saul he went to, and then
That's a Bible story.
yeah, he utilized her powers to basically talk to the dead as well.
He spoke to Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel when he passed afterwards, like she basically
Because God stopped, the Most High stopped talking to him, so he went to a witch to call up his mentor that passed away. Then his mentor
That'd
said,
be
"Why
so
are you
wrong,
disturbing
like,
me?"
yeah.
And he said, "Like, God hasn't answered me. I want to speak to you." Then he said, "Why did you call me?" Like, he's being
Oh, he just
aggressive.
called me,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
like he said, like,
Leave me alone.
He said, "You're gonna be with me tomorrow. You're gonna die."
Oh.
So like, that's like.
That's
It can
the
be
thing,
done.
it's
It's
Damn.
not-
yeah, and that's the thing is
You don't know
that
what you're
all
tapping into.
Yeah, all these things in the Bible. That's the thing. It's like it's
There's
Fuck
even
around and find out, like.
There's even another. There was a during Vietnam. There was a. I forgot the name.
Right,
Of,
there you
you
go.
might know it.
The
There was
LSD
a.
program.
There was a gun
Yeah.
that had a.
Sure,
sorry. There was a gun that basically had a peripheral that could see. I forgot the name of
The
it.
red scope.
Yeah, the red scope.
Oh man, they couldn't wear
And
the
they
red
couldn't-
night vision.
Red
They
night.
couldn't wear because they kept seeing demons.
They kept seeing demons.
That's
you
a
go.
real thing.
Yeah,
That's freaked
that's
out.
There you go.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
way.
is like
But even
They
LSD,
said,
LSD comes
LSD,
from-
Yeah.
LSD, the
LSD?
drug LSD.
Yeah.
You mentioned mushrooms and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
LSD was
Amplifies
From
that.
programmed
period.
from the Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
They were basically
Bro,
trying to
they
deal
know
with
about all this
Even all,
stuff.
even
Yeah.
all these
Powers.
wars that you see. Sorry, bro.
Ah,
No,
they're
no,
all-
no,
they're all
no.
These
testing
wars you
grounds,
see,
yeah.
what do they do when you in Afghanistan? That 20-year war in Afghanistan. What was it really about? It was a drug war. Why? Because
Opium,
they need,
yeah.
they need that shit to function here.
Yeah.
When you see the farm,
Before-
let me tell you something.
yeah.
Let me tell you
Even,
something. When you see the farm, wait there. When you see the pharmaceutical companies, listen. When you see the pharmaceutical companies or pharmacy, whenever you look at a pharmacy or a hospital,
Oh, yeah.
you see the carduceus
Yeah.
with the snakes wrapped around it. You ever see
Yeah.
that?
What's
What
that
is that?
about?
They're basically it's to let it's basically they're letting you know that they deal with witchcraft within the pharmaceutical industry. It's a Masonic symbol.
Even the
You
word
understand?
I've
pharmakia.
always thought, what the
When
fuck
you see
is that
when you see
like?
an ambulance truck and you see the
Yeah. It makes no sense, like, why
caduceus
is-
with the snakes.
Yeah.
Why have they got that in the fucking hospital?
Why you got snakes there, like, yeah.
There you go. They're letting you
So
know.
it goes back to pharmakia, which what's the word pharmakia mean again?
Yeah.
It means witchcraft, like casting spells, basically.
That's it.
So So a lot of this, so you don't know a lot of this stuff.
Medicine and all that.
It's
It's
that's the
like
thing. It's
conjuring
like
up
within
demons,
society, like I said, it's like
There's a righteous way to do it and there's a wicked way
yeah,
to do it.
it's just like Christmas. People celebrate Christmas. They might not ever know the origins of Easter as well.
Yeah,
Easter goes
naively,
back to Ishtar. That was about the rebirth of the sun, Tammuz. And like if you go into going from the Babylonians to the Egyptians, they made Osiris.
Yeah.
I can't remember Ra, Osiris, and I can't remember the woman's
Yeah.
name. But they basically had it where it was the same thing: the Father, the Son, and the immaculate conception of the child as well. Those things continued on. So that's the thing is, it's like there's a lot of things where the origins will go back to these things, and you might think, oh, you've accessed it, which you have. You've accessed it through those things, but then what you're accessing, you don't have a full understanding of.
No.
Exactly.
But
Like
you
you
never
know that
will.
famous film.
Not
You know that
everyone
famous
ever
film,
will.
The Exorcist.
Yeah.
The film The Exorcist, what was it about? It was about a possessed young girl.
Yeah.
Where did that spirit that
That's
possessed her, where did it come from? It came out of Iraq,
Yeah.
which is ancient Babylon. So they know they show you in these movies. They show you in the
They
movie.
always-
The Exorcist is real. Like.
Yeah.
It's real.
Exorcist
You
is
get
real,
you get
yeah.
people that are possessed. Yeah.
There was an
And they-
exorcist priest, like.
Say again.
There was an exorcist priest.
Yeah, well, yeah, exorcism is in the it's biblical.
Yeah.
Even when the Lord Himself cast out demons out of a human, what did He do? He put it in the pigs, and the pigs ran off the cliff. He took the demons off a person, put it in the pigs, right?
You have to go
So that
somewhere
stuff
like.
is real, bro.
Demons scouring the earth. That's what
I'll finish on this.
We just don't see it with your physical
You
eye.
shouldn't
but it's there.
Well, let's see what
You
the
You're like, interpret it how you want.
Nah, we can't do that.
I'll just read. I'll read
But
it.
we'll read
I'll
it.
read it.
Let's go, let's go.
But it is
So
positive.
it
This
says-
is all positive.
No, it is.
So it
It
says,
is.
verse 13, it says,
Respect
thou
what
art
you're doing, lads.
wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the
Now this is
stargazers,
just to set the table. This is talking about the elites,
Yeah.
Rothschilds.
Yeah.
The word Rothschild means red shield or red sun.
Were they always
Which basically
Rothschilds?
goes back
There was
to
something else.
sorry,
Were they something else before us?
Bowers.
He keeps mentioning it, but that's true.
Yeah,
yeah.
right. They're Bowers, which means pit in
Yeah.
Hebrew. But the Rothschild red shield, right, goes back to Edom in the Bible. Edom, Adawam, means red or red child. So when he came out, so basically this goes into Jacob and Esau. So Jacob, 12 tribes of Israel, and then it's like the two brothers. You have
Why the lion?
it's a symbol of
symbolic,
people, basically. Like the eagle is a symbol of Esau, basically. That's a symbol of Esau. So Esau today would be known as a so-called white man if we put in a generic term, right? Because we're dealing with the elites. But that's how it was, how it started. But this is explicitly talking about
the astrologers, the stars,
Yeah.
like high-level mystics.
from the Rothschild family.
Because you have
DuPonts and Rockefellers to get his.
That's what they work with.
Yeah.
The top people, see the top people, the royal family, the top people in society, they work with magi's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about Egypt earlier. You mentioned Egypt. What did they work with? The pharaohs. They had magi's.
Yeah.
They had their own sect of witches.
Yeah.
They do the same thing here. It's a modern world. We wear Nike.
You wouldn't
Nike and
pick up
tracksuits. It's a
yeah,
modern world. right?
Nike is like
It's a
Nike
fucking
goes
Nike
back to the
symbol.
Greek
Exactly.
goddess. Why did it? You seen them American Gods? You remember that TV show?
I've seen
American
it,
Gods?
yeah.
That's basically what we're dealing with in this day and age.
There you
Like,
go.
things
Yeah,
have
I'm
been
gonna
modern-
rewatch
it's
that.
been
There you
modernized.
go.
So you're putting energy into something, but you don't realize that energy you're putting into it is functioning as a.
and it's because as you quoted, there's another layer below everything,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the physical. There's a spiritual aspect.
I wonder if we're
Wherein
like to
What? Come on, we go
Yeah,
against
we're gonna
myself.
go. Finish
Lads,
this
Yeah.
now.
Let's
Look,
go.
it was
Take
pleasure
care,
to
man.
talk to you.
Let's
He's
go.
gonna finish his verse
So
first.
it says, thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come. So they're basically utilizing all those different because they're trying to extend their seat of power.
But they're not gonna it's not gonna last long. This is why the mark of the beast. I'll leave you this. Once you see that mark of the beast, World War III's next. America's gonna be destroyed. The state of Israel's gonna be destroyed, and the Lord's gonna make his return.
That's not too bad, thank you.
And then the kingdom is gonna come. It's gonna be a scary time before it becomes.
You better place.
Oh no.
fella, man.
You know,
Yeah.
If you got your fella, you're supposed to respect him, not us here. You're good, but that's your man there. We don't do that.
we understand, but
we, you know,
Thank you, lads.
Yes, bro. Take care. Yeah?
have a good weekend.
I hope you get a lot more people.
alright, we're happy, man.
That's cool, man.
Thank you.
Take care, man.
No, at first I thought that my man, like, because he's like, you know, people. What happened? What happened is they really thought we didn't know anything. And they weren't coming to scoff, but I think that it was just almost like intrigue. But then after you open their mind up, people realize what the fuck these guys know a lot. That's what happened. Whereas we all know that. And that's what happened, bro. Because at first he was gonna do his little Irish banter and dip off. You know what he was gonna do? He's gonna do the cheeky. What's that thing called? The garden gnome. He's gonna do the garden gnome. Leprechaun thing and bounce. But then what happened is he even used stuff himself. And what did he say to you? He said, I'm sorry, bro. What did he say? Abu Dhabi. The same shit we started with, bro. That's how you know the Lord's real, man. He said, my friend's trapped in Abu Dhabi. What did he say? He's saying the same thing. People in Dubai, the Middle East areas, when the shit kicks off, they'll be stuck there.
And that's the thing is like this, and it moves quick. What was the first scripture? Was what? First Thessalonians 5:1 will come as a thief. My man was thinking, yo, he's gonna be in the desert, enjoy the sun. He avoids the winter. He doesn't have to be out here in the chill cold. He gets to enjoy the sun, go enjoy himself, see all the sights and whatnot. But then what happened now? Now he's caught in the middle of a war. Because that's the thing is like they already said like a bunch of flights were cancelled, and then some of them will be redirected where they might be able to fly around like the conflict zones. But then if you're going certain places, you ain't gonna be able to get nowhere for shit. And then you might just be like, well, fuck. That's just
all that off of some strikes between Iran and America, like overnight. The world changes overnight.
It was like remember in the dead of night asleep. Because I remember I saw it was like, I think in the daytime, they said, oh, there's a warning to people in Israel, American citizens in Israel to fuck off. And then the next day, like the dead of night, you wake up, it's like ding, ding, ding. I was like, damn, there's a hella notification. I was like, oh, okay, they did the strikes. And that's the thing, it's like a lot of people...
They might, and he said he saw the strike, the missiles going over. That's what he said. So imagine you could be on, you just went out for a nice meal, enjoyed the sun, went and did a little bit of shopping. It's a Friday, you went to the bar, you had a nice drink, now you're sitting in the balcony, remember that cold ass shit on the balcony, and you see missiles.
Remember when Iran and Israel a couple of years back, they were going at it, and then they had that video in Lebanon. The saxophone. This was all that kind of thing. It's the same thing.
When eating and drinking and giving in marriage.
That's right.
I'll finish on this just on the website. It says what? Thou art weary of the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. That's the thing is all they're channeling into is basically to overthrow Israel. Because that's the thing with like as far as it's like the thing is she's a bit more clued in than your average Joe because she's at least aware there's a spiritual element to things. It doesn't just go down.
But it's funny because she's more susceptible to learning about stuff. But really she didn't know anything. That's the reality as well.
But the thing is, see the women are like conduits to like demons. Because you know what, she was really talking about it from like some fun perspective. Because you know women like to do that shit. They like to like the tarot card stuff, the Ouija board stuff. That's really the angle she's getting into. And they're like, bro, your ass must have took some heavy LSD. She's talking about how she could talk to you, but it's like talking to a spirit as well. Like, she took some heavy fucking LSDs, bro. Like, in it. Because what did the first thing she mentioned was mushrooms. So like that fun element.
And that's the thing is there was a whole little period where that got popularized and a lot of those drugs are popularized, but then it's like you're not aware of they're like, bro, they're trying to access spiritual power.
That's it.
When they're doing experiments and all those things. Then it just kind of slipped out to everyone using it. Then you get the whole hippie movement and whatnot, free spiritualism, all that people are getting into, but they're not really aware.
But you see, Esau did that on purpose to create all these crazies. Because what happens after 30, 40, after 50 years of people all on heroin over these years? What happens? You create crazies. there's people that have gone in this
And
society.
then even like kids that are born from their wombs.
There you go.
Where it's like, and that's even in the second entrance as well. It says what, you know, monsters that womb is like grows weak with age. And that's the thing, a lot of these kids, it's like the state of the womb when they're bringing them forth, there was no hope for them from the beginning. I'll finish on this. Verse 14 says, behold, they shall be the stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. It's the same thing with a mob. Like what you're engaging with, like you really need to know, understand this, what thou readest. Like do you really like what you're getting into? Are you really aware? Because that's the thing, as far as in this place, like it's very open and very easy for you to get into any channel, any conduit you really want to get into. But then are you really aware? There's people where it's like they do things and afterwards they feel regret. And that's the thing, is like, you know, there's certain things you really don't want to regret. And certain things you can't even come back from. That's the thing, it's like someone that's a super smacker, where they're just completely cooked. They've been doing front, like they might just start, bro, what's her face, man? Lily Allen, man, back in the day. Lily Allen was like, remember when we first met her? She could hold a conversation. She had a kind of spirit to her. You could chat to her. What was that, 5-6 years later, done?
And the one I was thinking of when you said, I was thinking of Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse. Her as well.
Her and
legendary talent.
Pete Doherty. She turned into a full-blown. She was a dope ass. Like, remember when she came out, she was a good jazz singer, real good R&B singer. She could sing.
And she was young as well. It's like she was supremely talented.
Very talented. And then when the spirit all changed up. She became a full-blown fucking addict, bro. To that. You become a slave to those things. You know?
What was you wanted to get? Oh, you had something.
No, I actually got. I had Proverbs 6, but I got rebellions and sin of witchcraft.
What you want to get?
This is 1 Samuel 15 and 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, they have also rejected thee from being king. That was going into the story you mentioned. But go ahead, sorry.
No, rebellion. That's the thing, is you just got, that's the do as thou wilt spirit, is really the spirit of rebellion. All that witchcraft is basically you just opening yourself up to any other channel. Was it straight as a path, narrow, straight as a path, leadeth unto salvation. But then as far as onto destruction, there's myriad ways you can go and get confused.
And even the girl, she mentioned the mushroom stuff. The funny thing with that is, even growing up, didn't they make it cool to take drugs, etc.? Don't talk to your parents and behind their back go and snort and do this shit, and you know what I'm saying? And you learn it outside.
Yeah, you start with smoking
as
well, then it's like smoking weed, then people are, try some pills.
Well, really, that goes back, that was all so. That goes back into what? Rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft. They push that spirit of rebellion. Do as thou wilt. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Like Alistair Crowley, bro, you mentioned Alistair Crowley, you mentioned they sat in that thing to have the dream with Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Alistair Crowley was doing the same thing in Egypt, in pyramids. Alistair Crowley was around full-blown heroin addicts. Why did they take that? Because what? The games they play opens it up. There you go. Yeah. The games they're playing, they're like trying to conjure up the worst things of society that you can think of. So their brain needs to be open to it. Even a lot of them elite families, bro. They got a lot of drug addicts in their families.
Yeah. Well, even look at it, you had the crack epidemic that happened to Jake, man, the drags. Yeah. And then it's down during the time of the 80s. But then what happened? And really, you had before they had heroin. You had different drugs that basically, made them go, like made a wash of our people. But then now this is going into Deuteronomy where it says about, the plagues that was on us, basically placed upon our enemy. Right? And that's why now you have the opioid crisis. Before that, you had the meth crisis. Because the Heavenly Father is, this is power that you've been tapping into, but you regulated it, you dealt with it in a certain manner. But then now it's been to the point where it's overwhelmingly destroying you.
Well, remember, what did it say? Their own plans that they put on us will fall on them. Mm-hmm. Oh, their tongue will fall on them. Yeah. And then
he that digging for dip,
there you go.
So, he that rolling for, a rock, it shall fall back on.
And it's happening to Eve.
Yep.
Esau's got opioids epidemics.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Biden's son was a full-blown meth head. What's his name?
Hunter Biden.
Yeah, but you too, man. You too. He's a Hunter Biden. He's a full-blown.
Yeah.
Nitty, bro.
And this is what's happened. It's the Heavenly Father's working his hand. But hey, you know, that lady that came up with the guy, with the fighting Irish brother, they basically were, you know, she's a good example of, you know, someone that, she, like you said, she's kind of she's clued in somewhat, but most people don't even have that level of understanding. They ain't gonna realize that there's certain things that you just do not know, right? And you not knowing it is gonna do you a great disservice in the time we're heading to.
The young the guy, he said the Mark of the Beast topic was coming up, and he goes, it's convenient, you know, like he basically saying, I'll take it, like it's convenient. But I said, well, that's the brain of the masses.
Yeah.
But I said, he said, you take it, you die.
Yeah.
That's how the Lord deals. Simple as that.
And even they said it's going to give you a previous thought. Like, it ain't as simple as, okay, I plug into the matrix and now my life is better.
Yeah.
No, it's a process behind it.
Remember, they marketed it as convenience as well. That's what he said.
That's the thing. It's all market. It's all market because it's like Christmas is market. And when you talk about Christmas, people hear like jingle bells. They hear Mariah Carey. They're thinking about a Christmas tree, tinsel, whatever.
My favorite one is what's this guy's name, man? He died, man. Donny Hathaway. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
That's a banger. I hear that. I get in the Christmas. I feel the Christmas.
No, but they got bangers in the
feel it.
You actually feel it.
5 years old again.
It's a spirit.
That is a spirit.
You feel it.
You do.
And then you're like, rah, Christmas time.
Bro, it's
you
a
remember
spirit,
all
bro.
the memories come rushing in,
and
all that type of
all that
stuff. But it's being done by design for you to buy into it. But the end of it all is going to be a way of death, basically. You don't know what they're pushing on. There's a vibration they're pushing. Music has a big thing. There's a reason why they spend trillions, billions worth of dollars, pounds in marketing these things by way of music, media,
I was even going to say
movies. That's why you want to watch Home Alone. You want to watch The Bridge. There's certain things, even with summertime, there's certain, you know, Will, as soon as I hear Will Smith,
summertime,
Fresh Prince, DJ Jeff, summertime, that shit throws me back. It makes me like, I want to go for a drive out there and go down to like Ali Pali or go into the city and try and draw down the goal. Or
That's what it
them
does.
late city nights, you know, when it's like the sun's the golden hour, you know, at 9 o'clock, the golden hour, you want to be chilling outside a bar or something, chat to some girls. But there's a
nice
mood
sunset.
in it.
All that spirit.
There's an energy to it. They're using that to get you, and usually you feel like that because you watch a movie or two that personify that energy. So that's why now she kept saying Black Mirror, Black Mirror, Black Mirror.
Yeah.
There's a reason why that's predictive programming.
You hear these things, you're thinking,
That was
those
weird.
things. That's what it's like. Even before Black Mirror, there was what do you call it? Cyberpunk, where you had what's it called? Blade Runner, The Fifth Element, a bunch of all these things. Where they had those elements within them, and then you kind of like that's what you associate with that futuristic kind of overpowering corporations and whatnot, having ultimate power over people.
The Running Man with Arnie.
Yeah.
I was like that.
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man as well.
Yeah.
What was that one? Total Recall.
Total Recall. Yeah.
Well, it's like, even Total Recall was what, colonizing Mars and then selling air to people in Mars. Is that
With brain chips.
Yeah. With Elon, like, isn't Elon doing the same shit?
Same shit, bro.
Elysium showed because it
That
showed
was similar. Elysium was kind of similar to Total Recall. Different. Yeah, sorry, bro.
No, I'm trying to remember something.
That's
what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
What they call it? The tabulator, the tabs, keeping tabs on the people.
Or was it In Time as well?
Yeah.
time.
That's what I mean. It's all these things like that's if you're just in the world, you don't have the centralized understanding of the scriptures to even tell. You're just gonna kind of feel like, oh, Black Mirror. The Black Mirror is kind of that centralized idea. But then the thing with that is like when you go to the market in the world, it's all positive. They're thinking, oh, you get this. Because the thing we mentioned Neuralink, he said, oh, people are paralyzed and blah blah blah. But then the reality of it is people, the average Joe is thinking, oh, I can jam that in my brain, then I'm going to be thinking with like an AI, I'm going to be a superhuman.
And what's the last one as well? You've got nanotechnology. So they think they're going to be able to live forever. That's the major selling point. Wait, so hold on, I can live along, I can tap into AI from my mind so I don't have to do it on my phone no more. Then there's going to be nanobots in my body, killing all the cancer cells and allowing me to live forever.
Oh yeah.
Why the fuck wouldn't I take that?
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
amazing.
You
But
know?
then that's the snare.
Then they think like, oh, if I can live for 1 million years, I'll be part of the Blue Bloods. I'll be one of the originals. You know, like the millennials. Yeah, I remember what life was like.
Well,
We're
certain
millennials, but you know,
generation.
you remember what it was before. Like, you know, I remember when it was, you know, a phone. You had to, you know, to ring the phone up. You had to give your friend your house number. You had to dial up on the internet. You can be one of those a million years from now.
Yeah,
And you be live forever and amass so much wealth. Be like the Rothschilds, one of the blue bloods of societies. But that's a lie. That's what this man is selling you. That's why you need to know the oracles of this truth. Because then you go back to Adam and Eve, right? The things that are written aforetime are written for our learning. Adam and Eve, you had Eve was deceived by the serpent in the garden. The serpent is still around today. Right? Read Revelation, it told you about that old serpent being bound up for 1,000 years and then being unleashed for a season. We are in that season right now.
That man like that grey-haired Edomite.
Yeah.
You even spoke about what the true meaning of deceiver.
Yeah.
But then she said, oh, you know, devil for me is like the shadow.
There you go.
But then I was like, bro, that's Freudian
Yeah.
psychology. That's the new thing where it's, oh, the shadow and the blah. Like, there's an aspect to that because like Revolver goes into that. But then the thing is, you need to understand the spiritual aspect.
But it's funny because when you brothers were going into the colour thing, as soon as that you mentioned that the basically looking like an Edomite, being so-called white and that basically
Fucked her up.
it fucked her up because I see her take that deep breath back, boy.
Yeah.
Shit. She went a curse.
Yeah, curse, innit? Yeah.
I had to bring because
But even
then
my
she
man,
tried-
yeah, that's how you know. She probably might be a Jake anyway.
Yeah.
But you see, my man was more solid. He was like,
Yeah.
he was like,
He was just verbal.
yeah. He said, well, he goes, everyone is, and they all are written in the Bible as like,
Yeah.
there's no, they don't. Surely Jesus JC weren't white. He said, you know what I'm saying? Trying to say, so he kind of was even eating that instantly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When she said that, when she had cursed though, but then the brothers you explained it, and they stuck around like basically, you know, they're deeper than the skin,
yeah.
but that stuff has to be explained.
Yeah.
I said that because you mentioned something that made me say it just now. You said something.
You're talking about the wicked damn.
Or what, deceiver?
The deceiver,
Yeah.
It was part of, I think it was like part of that deception, basically.
Yeah.
Because and it was rooted in them not believing that, questioning the validity of the Bible, saying that it can be changed. And I said, they don't need to, like, if it was changed, that wouldn't be in the Bible.
Exactly.
They didn't have to change it. All they had to do was deceive you.
Well, what they found,
Make you
what they
believe a
got
philosophy.
today is what you're saying. What they
We're all saying it, bro.
Yeah, we're all saying
it.
what they clocked is what we were bringing out through the
Yeah.
scriptures, what the Lord's word is stuff they've never heard. This is what the Bible really means.
Yeah.
That's why they stuck around.
Yeah.
Because if it was the usual jargon that they heard, they would have bounced
just bounced.
Yeah.
a long time. This ain't the usual jargon. See, and see, we could have even gone into it. It all ties in.
Yeah.
Even with the state of Israel, what's going on, it all ties in.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like even
a rabbit
we didn't
hole.
even get to go into it as much. But then it was a spirit.
Is it the blue or red pill more? And you see how far the rabbit hole goes.
Let me read
It's the
this.
same.
Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. And that's the thing is with Esau Edom. That's the joke is like Esau's got the rule. We've read Job 9:24. Esau's got the rule. He's basically set the parameters of your understanding of the world. You go to school, you're thinking that you go out, you watch your cartoons, your Disney movies, you watch your TV shows or whatever, where they teach you morals. You're learning morals from Peppa Pig and Bluey or whatever like TV shows are on. But then like, as far as that's completely within Esau. Like all those things are controlled by Esau. You just had the like Paramount get confirmed to buy what is it, Warner Brothers. Then it's like you go into their back catalogue, you could have one company owning the majority of things you grew up watching. And then you think, damn, so one guy could have decided, I want these particular ethics to be put into these shows. And that's how a lot of these things are. When you go into, what is it, Disney wanted particular things within these cartoons. It was like, okay, we're gonna put this together. We're gonna have these things represented. I don't want these things. Until he died, it was like no one could come against it.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of these things are. They can make them exactly how they desire. But then what? You really need to be clued in, like, who am I receiving this from? Because people come to you with things where it's like, I'm like, bro, you learn that from as well. Like you really dealing with what the Bible's saying. But then that's really where. But then it comes down to whether you're gonna receive it or not, and that's really how it is with this word. It's something you got to receive it.
I got something. You got some more?
No, I was done on that.
I got a quick one.
Isaiah.
Oh yeah, can't. Isaiah. I missed one.
Yeah.
Isaiah 25:7. It says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Yeah, that's what
You can know.
now with that veil covering all the peoples, because why? It's confusion. That's the main thing. Everyone's been underneath this whole time. Even at first, like, she knew one or two things, but then it's like overall she wasn't able to put it all together.
Well, if she would have been left to her own devices, she'd be taking mushrooms.
Exactly.
And want to go even deeper. Like,
Consulting
he
the
knew
dead.
about the scope,
the red scope.
red
Yeah,
scope
yeah.
that basically could see demons.
You know what's funny? Because when you guys were talking about it, I was thinking about Jacob's Ladder. And that film goes into like a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And the LSD programs. Yeah.
Manchurian candidates, all that.
Yeah, exactly.
She don't know about that, so she's just thinking, I'm gonna see loads of nice things. But you can have a bad trip, and the next thing you know,
You ain't the same.
you're with a wicked witch and Endor, man.
Yeah.
That's what they don't know.
Yeah, she's telling they told you, didn't they?
Yeah.
But that's the thing is as far as and the thing is she actually at least is aware there's a spiritual element. There's people that are just in the carnal. They might just be doing drugs thinking, it's just good chemicals in my brain, not realizing they're inviting supreme demons to tap dance on their spine.
Yeah.
There's people where they might be doing certain observations. They might do witchcraft and think, it worked.
And that's what
well, I guess maybe it's my ancestor trying to help me.
And that's what
It's the devil.
And that's what separates the people in the know and the people not in the know.
Yeah.
Because people in the know, like the wicked elite, and us, for example, mainly us. But we understand there's the Lord's world, the spirit realm. They know it. What they do is they have the knowledge because they're in the rulership. They've got the knowledge to manipulate the mind, like he's going into it. Same thing. They manipulate you to believe in what they want you to believe, while they run the world through their dark means.
Yeah.
And guess what? We have the knowledge, so we filter our lives through the Lord, basically.
Yeah.
We know He controls it all. So that's the difference. We're in the know, man.
And that's why she even said, let's end it on a good note, because it started getting scary.
There you go. So,
But it did end the script, read the scripture, it ended on a good note. Because basically means all of that stuff that he's tapping into, he's doing it in hopes, Revelation 12:12, the devil knowing that he has a short time, cometh down with great wrath. He's trying to ramp up his attempts at maintaining his power. But it's going to be done
in vain.
In vain,
You're
yeah.
going to be brought down anyways. Your time's up.
Yeah.
And this is the beautiful thing about today, the time we're in now. All of these things of Esau's world is coming to light, man.
Yeah.
It's the Lord doing it, even though
Now it's actually it's mainstream.
Yeah, even though
World
they
War III is mainstream.
Mainstream.
The mark is mainstream.
Epstein files.
Epstein files, even though they believe it's like, we're pushing it for our new world order. Well, the Lord wants your new world order to come in, so He can bring you down,
That's
man.
part of the
He's bound by them.
prophecy.
That's it.
When he's about to fill his belly.
Because ultimately, for him to make his move, he has to make it known what he wants people to do. He's got to do a Rehoboam, or Jeroboam, sorry, where he's got your gods that took you out of Egypt. Yeah. So even this Epstein, this is like a soft launch. To, this is what.
And that's fucked up. That's fucked people up.
That's the thing. In America, they're saying, in European countries, they're doing investigations. In America, nothing.
Yeah.
And you're damn right.
Yeah.
And there's another illegal war. Illegal strikes on another country. Deal with it, bro. Yeah. You want to say anything else about that? Alright, man. So yeah, Lord willing, next week, man. Shalom.
Shalom. because she stood there, I just thought I got it.